Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, and welcome back to the DK19 channel for a little bit more D&D, because it is the weekend, and as always, the weekend starts with a Saturday, so that means that we have the Saturday Spiders. So we've got some things that are a little bit different now as well on the overlay. One of them is my border is not quite the way it was. I was dabbling around with a Chroma Cam application, it was working, and then all of a sudden it wasn't. About 5 minutes before I went live, it decided, don't want to play anymore. So I was like, crap. So that hasn't been reset to how it was, which is why it looks a little bit weird and janky at the minute. Also, down there in the bottom left corner, we have got the role of the Hero Forge design models that I've been putting together, and some of the other players put together as well for their characters. These aren't final. There are going to be some tweaks around as well, because some people want to adjust theirs to better fit, which is obviously absolutely fine. It's their avatar in the field, so it makes sense that they like the way it looks. But there is a plan that I have to make it so that these will be definitely available for people to source themselves if they do want to buy the models themselves. And also I'm planning on doing something regarding giveaways and stuff, but ideally I need to get myself a job before I can do that, so I can actually afford to buy that stuff for you. Love
that does help, yeah.
It would be an awesome thing to have. But given today is a Saturday, it does mean that I'm joined by the majority, 80% of the Saturday Spiders. 80%, is that right?
The best 8%, yeah. If you ask me.
Yeah. Certainly the most consistent 80%. Yeah, so I'm joined in no particular order other than the left to right view, which is on my screen. We're joined by Westor, who plays Pook.
I was there, Warren Drabello, Pook and at your service.
I wasn't going to put all that in the name.
No, that's fine. That would be very.
Just covers up the whole model. It can't see anything. We're also joined by Grokash, the half-orc bar.
Howdy all.
Played by Badger. We're joined by Namir, who plays. We're joined by Dakota, who plays Namir. I've got the words in the right order. I actually haven't had. I've had no coffee so far today. Okay, I want to make that patently clear.
How are you alive?
I don't even know, but I've got my big cafetiere. Will be all right.
Oh yeah, I just fired mine up. Happy days.
And joined by Ty, who plays Nimriel.
Yo.
Because what is a party without one person cross-playing? Realistically, I mean, come on, you need
Never
that
done it
variety.
before.
You need that spice of life. And we don't have Roland Hammer, the Dwarf Ranger, because he's away pretending to be someone else in a field. He's off to go and do the hobby that I used to do. It's true. It's true. That's the thing. He's off doing the hobby I used to do. He's off doing some live-action roleplay. So more power to him.
Off in the field somewhere.
Last week, there was some mixed opinions on the events of the session. I think is probably the most accurate way that it can be said.
It took a while to actually get anywhere with what we were deciding.
Yeah,
it wasn't that we were entirely in conflict. It was that conflict was arising in very small portions on all segments of that conversation.
It all went a little bit peculiar in places, didn't it?
Yeah.
But so what does who remember? What does who remember about?
What does who remember? You know?
Yeah, what does who remember? Who would like to share their thoughts first?
Pook has an interesting memory of a conversation with a ancient wizard stuck in a soul trap ring, who he's not entirely sure could actually control him, but was quite worried about that. To the extent where he started asking for Pook's name, and Pook refused to give it to him, and at that point was incredibly freaked out, tore the ring off, and made sure no one would ever wear it again. Hopefully, maybe.
Hopefully, maybe.
What did you end up doing with the ring again?
So the ring has been put in the chest with all the books and things like that, which we discovered were just journals on. Journals on the experiments that Drogo's ancestor conducted on people to find out their quote-unquote tolerances. So yeah, we gave that along with the ring with strict instructions that no one should touch the ring in the chest to the guard for them to hand it over.
Okay. And what else extra does Nimriel remember?
Just a long-winded discussion with Nemia and Pook for the most part, trying to figure out.
He said long-winded again. Ah!
I know.
Ah!
Yeah,
Actually hurts.
I had the biggest. I muted myself and just started laughing.
I know this is a massive tangent, but at work this week, I started a new job, and I have to deal with at least 3 people who say cognitive.
Okay, that's okay. Well, you know, I apologize for the use of the word, but that is something else.
I guess they lack the cognitive ability to use the word correctly.
Yes, they do. It angers me greatly.
In any case.
Yeah, so what of this long-winded stuff does
This long-winded.
At this point, I don't even know which one's right. I'm
You better figure it out, otherwise you'll be next on that chopping block. We ended up deciding to first go to a priest, one preferably not militant, to get some advice on possessions, to make sure that the not very gifted fellow was not more of a threat by himself and just acting the part. We dealt with that. It didn't seem like he was. Then we went to see a specialist in magic. Made Pook seem like a chill guy.
Oh yeah, I managed to out Pook. That was just take that one off the bucket list.
Yeah, so anyone who thought I was a dick, that's what I could be. I could be that guy.
And after that, we went to see the guards with handing it in. And Nemia took it upon herself to be the responsible one, and mildly regretted that conversation with that guard captain because he could not give it to us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's Nemia's strongest memory was that the guard had no real reaction to us finding the corpse of one of his men, and realized that after everything, it looked like she anticipated Drogo going to jail, but when it actually came to it, she felt some regret for that, as well as learning that the bandits who claimed to be not killers would be executed. She's feeling a little morally questioning about that.
Who the priest? That's it. That's the general memory of it.
We missed the bit where there was a conversation with Drogo, essentially like he was a dog about to be put down when explaining that he was going to be handed over to the guard.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, that was the thing.
No, it was. It
was kind of heartbreaking. I'm not going to lie.
Dakota was struggling. I could sense it, and that makes me feel that I did a good as a GM.
I guess.
What's really hard is I've read most of a book called Flowers for Algernon this week.
Oh no!
Yeah, I know, and that's Drogo. That is, yeah. He's Drogo, and that I read the first kind of few kind of progress reports in that book, and it was genuinely upsetting.
Oh, I've never read that book, so
I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it's an incredible book, and yeah, it's basically that. That's it. What happened with Dakota and Drogo is basically a microcosm of the book. So yeah. Also, I got microcosm in a sentence legitimately.
Yes,
Go me.
What?
At least one of us is succeeding.
Today are we on?
Yeah, to be honest, it's a bit long-winded, but.
This is your.
You're paying me.
The end of your Wednesday going into Thursday now, isn't it? Or are we further ahead than that now?
No, it was
I think it is
Wednesday evening.
Thursday.
Yeah, end of the Wednesday heading into Thursday.
So for my Aeroforge character, I decided to just put fucking pajamas on her. Nobody's going to be able to recognise her when she puts actual armour on. So who the fuck are you?
So, yeah. You've the party. They you all head out of the of the guard post, and you're going to head towards the Blue Stallion, which is when Namir was then speaking also about heading to the black manatee instead. Roland Hammer expresses that the past day has been far more stressful than he was expecting, and he's had not nearly enough alcohol to deal with this, and he heads off. You're not sure where. He heads off to. I will randomly generate a bar for him to go and while away the evening in, and I'm hoping it's the dwarf bar. But if it's just because then I can do some other stuff to him at the same time while he's not here to serve him right for going and having an event when he's meant to be doing D&D. We'll have to see what happens with that bit. So we'll sort Roland Hammer out at a later date. But yes, over to you in that regard, party. Where would you like to go to? Let me just put you actually onto the map view.
Namia's going to offer to buy everyone a drink.
Namia's not going to go with them. She's going to go study.
What are you studying?
Books that eat
creatures, I think.
Books that eat people.
That's a very specific specialist subject. I'm not sure Mastermind caters.
Absolutely not. Chests that devour them instead.
I'll take books that eat people for 500.
Yeah, so she's gonna go do that.
He's going to head off to fulfill that information. Right, so you're spending your evening in study. What is... Just make some notes here. And what's everyone else planning on doing?
It's evening now, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's the sun's starting to set a little bit, so the sky is going that lovely sort of golden orange sort of colour. You can see there's some of the shops are starting to close up business in terms of like when you get those shops that have the stalls on the outside bit as well. You see they're bringing in some of their wares, or that they're getting ready to close up for business. Some of the more evening-based traders are making their presence known. If you was to look upon the street corners, for example.
Okay.
I was trying to be as polite about that as I could. Yeah, so it is the general feeling within the city is, we finished the afternoon, we're heading into the evening, and you're on that sort of cusp. No one would be like look at you disparagingly if they saw you drinking at this sort of time of day.
Okay. So are we at the Blue Stallion currently?
Well, you've just left the guard barracks, and Roland Hammer has disappeared into a crowd.
Okay.
And has Nimriel said that she's planning to study, and has she already headed off to find?
Oh, she would announce that. She's going to go towards the same library that she had been with Pook.
Okay, so you're heading off towards Library.
Well, Nimriel, I appreciate and respect your enthusiasm, but as a fellow scholar now, may I suggest that rest might be a good idea as well, considering the ordeal we've just gone through.
What kind of rest do you suggest?
A long rest. No. It's difficult to study and retain knowledge on an empty stomach and with a troubled mind. May I suggest a visit to the Blue Stallion?
She's just kind of a little bit baffled by the troubled section of that statement. My mind is not troubled. Food may sound okay, though.
Very well. That sounds like a decision if you ask me. What about the rest of you? Will you join us?
Yarp.
I've got time for a meal before I head to the Black Manatee.
Wonderful.
So you're gonna head to the Blue Stallion for one of your prepaid meals during your week here. Your week here. So you got a room on board of the Blue Stallion, so you get 3 meals a day. That you don't need to pay anything extra for, but obviously if you want to go out and buy extra food or buy fancier food, you can do that as well. So you're heading off to the Blue Stallion to go and have your meal there. Is anyone planning on actually then staying there afterwards, or is that the point where you're all going to head your separate ways?
I think Pook probably will. He's spent a lot of time studying, and when he's not been studying, he's then gone on an adventure, tripping after some carnivorous butterflies. So Pook feels he's earned a bit of a rest.
Yeah, rest, I suppose. Probably a good forward motion for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so right. Okay, so this is your your PM sort of period for the Wednesday. Yeah. Is anyone doing anything on the Wednesday night, or are we gonna fast forward to Thursday morning?
Yeah, probably fast forward.
Does that go for everybody?
I just want to roll to see if Nemia gets extra money.
Oh,
Give me that money, bitch.
So you're gonna go do your shift at the Black Manatee anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she'll eat with them and then she'll go to the shift. Yes.
Okay, you're gonna go do that, right? Okay, give us that persuasion roll to see how well you can talk up the clientele.
Oh, it's been a rough day, y'all. I'm not doing so hot.
Yeah, you find yourself struggling to really make any conversation with people. You sort of like you're just pouring out the drinks, and you know you're not really engaging with them that much, and so they're not really trying to engage back with you. You just make your wage for the day. You don't make any extra on your tips or anything at all on that one. It's just a standard day for you on that one.
All right, she'll head home. She'll let them close up. She'll head home as soon as she's able.
Was Nimriel gonna go and do some studying after the meal, or is she just gonna stay in for the evening?
Yeah, she will.
Gonna head to the library for the evening.
Yeah, just for the up until night. Just not too late though.
Okie dokie then, right.
Not technically past midnight.
What is it you're actually planning on studying again? Just give me some specifics.
I guess particularly since she's not as good at looking for this book, she's going to look for something along the lines of mimics and gaining the respect of beasts, I suppose.
Okay, so you're looking for those. Anything, any information in their books regarding that sort of stuff, right?
Yes.
Bear with me just a second, please. Oh dear, Rolling Hammer. Oh dear.
You killed him.
No, I haven't, but it's done something very, very him that basically makes him a little bit of a bell end.
Uh-oh.
That's funny. I like it. I'm gonna make some chocolate.
No idea how oddly fitting
It's got that bad.
Right. Okay. So you're looking. You're in the library. You're looking for information regarding mimics and other similar creatures.
And gaining the respect of beasts as a separate sort of tangent.
Gaining the respect of beasts.
Yeah. Not necessarily taming them, mind. No taming.
Okie dokie. If you're that sort of area, right? Okay. If you're going to be there for the evening, but you're not going to be spending a huge amount of time there, you can search for one or the other.
Right. Can we search for one? And if she finds something useful, she'll stay the night to search for the other one as well. That is
Okay.
what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, that'll work. So you know the sort of thing you're looking for. You are looking for something specific. So I'm going to say this would be an investigation role, just because that seems to be the one that makes most sense. Is that you are looking for books. You know what you're looking for. Extra 13. So you managed to find a few books that touch on mimics and other mimicking creatures, but you don't find they're more like bestiary sort of entries. So it's like it's very common knowledge about them. You don't really find anything that's going to be massively helpful. Nothing you didn't already know, you know. So it's very, very limited actual information that you've gained from that.
And that will be her night study.
For up to the evening, up until the regular sort of closing time of the library, they do let people stay in late, but they do tend to be that they're the hard at it students. So it's up to you. You won't.
No, I think
if you're going to stay here the whole night, you're not going to get a long rest.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I'll actually try to search the other books because that was
search the other books for. Yeah, okay, right, searching the other books. All right, okay. Let's have another investigation roll from you then, please.
Investigation. Wait. Oh.
Okay, so you do find a basically it's sort of like a ranger's guidebook on how to tame and train wild animals, but it does seem to be mostly focused around animals, so you're not sure how well it's going to correlate to less animal creatures, such as abominations or aberrations. There's a couple of different things off the top of my head. But you do find a very useful book.
Well, she'll dig into that, I suppose, for the night.
Okay, then. And Nemea wasn't going to do any carousing tonight. She was just going to get her pay and then head for home. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She's going to drink on the job, but not like get to the house.
Yeah. It's nothing. You're not actively going out drinking afterwards.
No.
Okie dokes. Though, did anyone else have any other plans for the night?
Pook, I think, is really just going to enjoy his rest at the Blue Stallion.
So you're going to do having yourself a long rest, and Grokash as well.
Grokash is going to rest as well.
Grokash is going to rest as well. Okay. Yeah, quiet. Right. Okay. So then we go around to your Thursday morning. Anyone who is still at the Blue Stallion at about 7:30 in the morning, there's quite a loud slamming open of the door and the familiar thumping of heavy dwarven made boots, and soft swearing in dwarvish. It may wake you, it may not. You can decide whether or not it does wake you.
Nemea sleeps right through it.
Thanks for the luck, my friend.
Pook is uncharacteristically slumbersome, which is definitely a word.
It is
this morning. He met. I don't know if it is. It might be. If it isn't,
we're just
I
deciding
like it.
It is. We've decided.
I like it. But Pook perhaps had one or two more the Blue Stallion special ales than he perhaps should have done. He's logged out.
Do you reckon he's had enough to qualify for a constitution test? A constitution?
That sounds like a lot of fun. Let's see how badly I got fucked up.
See if he got hungover.
Yes. Given my my pint size also.
He went there.
Wow.
Nah, he's fine.
Jesus.
Boosh!
That's it. We're fucked for the rest of the game, guys.
Have I gained some kind? Is this like a radioactive spider bite type situation? Have I gained special powers from rolling in that natural 20?
You've been bitten by a radioactive pint. You have gained constant permanent beer goggles, yeah,
everything's attractive, even bugs.
Yeah,
as if they were.
I mean, already. Yeah, I was gonna say that I don't need that.
No, nothing special. That all it was really was just as an opportunity. If you got a crit fail, you were gonna wake up covered in your own sick. That's all that was gonna happen.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
that's not interesting.
Yeah, it's just an opportunity to fail. That's all
okay, you have gained another arm. Well, shit.
What about Nimriel? What sort of time is she going to be getting back to the Blue Stallion? Rather red-eyed and somewhat flustered.
Would it have been an
worn out.
impossibility for her to have fallen asleep reading books? Would they have booted her out, basically?
No, they wouldn't have booted her out. That's the thing is, people who are shown as being particularly studious, they are they're asked to leave, and if they are like properly engrossed in the books, they just kind of like leave them where they are. It says they always they recommend you leave because they don't want people falling asleep on the books. But they're not gonna like actively kick you out. It is a library attached to a college, so they are.
I'm going to say
with that concept.
I'm going to say that she decided to soak that book up as much as she could, to the point that she ended up just falling asleep on that table, or laid against the table.
Okie dokie. Well, I'll tell you, I'll let you count as having had a short rest.
Sure.
But yeah, you're not going to get the full benefit. I don't think it's going to make too much of a
That's
difference
fine.
at the moment. But if you do have consistently not go for a long rest, you do suffer from like exhaustion and stuff, which is one I don't really play around with that much, unless it becomes like really patently obvious. You have a party that decide, oh yeah, it was fun, we'll cross the whole desert. Realize the desert is 700 miles long. It's fine, we'll just cross it. We'll just keep going through the night. Okay, well after 2 days you're all suffering from exhaustion. Fuck the lot of you. You know, unless those sorts of scenarios come up, I tend not to play around with exhaustion that much. But it's the if you don't abuse it, I won't use it.
Nice.
Like encumbrance. Yeah, so you can get back to the Blue Stallion in the morning. Would it be late in the morning, or would it be the early morning? Should be getting there?
Probably about 7, I suppose.
Yeah, so
7, 8.
you'll probably be there when Roll and Hammer rolls in. You see them. He's not damaged or injured or anything at all, but he is sort of like covered in crumbs, basically.
Crumbs.
He's got crumbs on his jacket.
Alright,
But yeah,
God.
he's got
All
like,
right, Colin, calm down.
just got sort of like crumbs all over him basically, and he's like brushing them off as he walks in, like, belly aching about little blighters and bastards, and didn't their parents ever teach them any better? Or like gets halfway through saying, didn't their parents ever? Oh, never mind.
Nope, she's not going to respond to that. She's going to keep drinking the water that she would sit down with.
Okie dokie. Well, in that
She's
case,
going to just shoot him like an uninterested glance, I suppose.
well, in that case, good morning, party. The day is yours.
Is there any-
Will eventually roll out of bed, almost literally. Oh, my word! The roads. Where did they lead last night? Mm.
You're not hungover, but you are hungry as fuck.
Yeah.
You've got a little bit of that, like that a little bit of a headache that says you could really do with having a couple glasses of water, but you're not in any danger of seeing Mum Spaghetti.
Okay.
Namia's just laying in her bed. She's kind of got the sheets tangled around her, and like it's weird because they're tangled around her horns, so she's just kind of completely hidden beneath the cover.
Cocoon.
That would be frustrating. Trying to get out of bed and your entire fucking bed goes with you.
Yeah, she'll be asleep for a little bit longer, so we'll see how that works out for her.
I'm a lot heavier than I was before.
Fucking mattress
So-
attached to you.
The nice bright and early morning. Here in the Blue Stallion of Neverwinter City, you've got the majority of the party are in the common room, with Namir having not yet woken up. You're having your breakfast. It is Fosco who's on shift this morning, and he comes around with the now familiar sights and smells of the lovely Blue Stallion breakfast. You look around, you can see that there is a selection of people you've come to recognise, faces and people that you've come to recognise in the Blue Stallion. There's a couple couple of the tieflings. There's some humans and elves. You know, it's starting to feel like home. Starting to feel like home.
So is the party all sat around the table minus Namir?
At this point, until Namir gets out of bed, yes. Grokus, I think you said you were getting up as well, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Roland Hammer's sort of like sitting in like the corner of the booth area, sort of just sulking, eating his breakfast.
Okay. So everyone already has breakfast.
Fosco's just been coming around with the trays of breakfast, yeah. So they, you know,
Bread and cheese.
Fosco,
smashed eggs and crispy bacon.
Fosco,
Yes, sir.
you wouldn't mind an extra portion for me this morning? I'm feeling especially ravenous.
Well, where are you going to be putting that? Nope, not going to ask. Not going to ask. Ask
I'll
the
find
reason
room,
why.
don't you
And
worry.
he disappears out back, and a few minutes later, he comes back with another portion of breakfast.
Spectacular, thank you. And Pook will happily talk in then.
Nimiel's staring at you across the table, dumbfounded and a little bit concerned, like he's grabbing at your head.
With like a fork still half in his mouth. What? What's wrong?
Got hollow legs.
You're the small man. How much did you drink?
This is delicious. it's just consumed by.
She just throws a lump of bread at his head.
And
I don't mean in a fucking like G-force manner either. It's just, you know,
People
just
happily catch it, tuck in.
a hole in his head.
He's just
Thank
like,
you.
he's just like subtly summoned a Leomund's tiny hut inside his stomach or something.
Thank you.
She just puts her face in her hands and sort of like slumps out of the chair. I'm going to wake Amir.
Okay, so everyone does notice that Nimriel is not her usual chipper self, and that she does seem a bit more tired than usual.
Pook will shout after Namir. Check if she wants her portion. I'll have it otherwise.
You mean after Nimriel?
Yeah. Did I say Nim? Sorry.
You said Namir.
I meant
Every time.
as you were going to wake Namir, it confused me. But
Nice
yeah.
save. Nice save.
Yeah, I like it. I think that's convincing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, sure. She's gonna go upstairs. She's still got a piece of bread in her own mind.
It's the wonderful thought that Poop wants Nimir to give him a portion.
Everybody thinks you're a dick. Just so you know, that's my own personal jingle, and you know you've been a dick if I crack it out. So
We've got a couple, haven't we? We've got Kapow over there. We've got that one. Everyone knows you're a dick. And then we've got Long-Winded.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
Guys.
by the
Violence,
way,
really?
there's been another marriage. There's been another wedding.
Really?
Good gracious, was it a roll or was this one intentional?
It was a
It was a charisma goal gone wrong, right?
no, it was a carousing roll that went incredibly interesting. It was, I said, okay, who wants to go out doing the partying on their own? Who wants to go out doing carousing with each other? And a couple of people said, yeah, we'll go out. We'll head off to the same place. Like, fair enough then. Let's work this out a bit. But they just came up with it like, wow, well, fucking hell, there we go then. So I had them wake up.
I'm not going to lie, DK, I wouldn't put it past you this being the result of some kind of magical item like you thought. The deck of many things, that's a bit boring. Let's have the deck of many wangs.
Thank you for that follow, Richmond. Good to see you, buddy. I hope World of Warcraft is treating you well. God dear, no, but yeah, that is, it seems to be that my subtle plan is to make it so that every party has got at least one married couple in it, just for the extra drama if one of you bites
Not
the dust.
happening.
You know, the reality is it won't end up being Puck and Namir, right? You know that.
No.
You guys know that, right?
This is like every single rom-com forever. The two that you think they're getting together are not getting together at all.
It'll be Roland Hammer and Grokash.
Anyway,
Beautiful marriage.
my word, that is disturbing.
Oh.
Anyway.
brings all new meanings to the phrase bumping uglies.
Nuriel will. How were we on the shared room concept? Was that a thing? Did we go with that?
I think we did say we were all in a shared room.
You can have shared rooms or individual. I believe Pook said he was going to have his own room.
No, I'm staying with everybody else.
You're staying with everyone? Okay.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Be as close as he possibly can to Nemia's bum. For warmth, of course.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
Well, it could be the tail, but I don't want to drop you in it.
The tail wants to get as close to him as possible, so it seems like most of the time, yeah.
You can totally imagine that. Like,
oh my god, are we currently live writing our own fucking fan fiction? Is that what
I'd ship it.
Wow.
Wow.
Can we play some D&D?
Nemiel is going into the room that Nemia is in. She's going to sneak in, stand over her and start, like, tearing crumbs off of this bread and dropping it on her. In the hopes that she actually realises this is happening.
I don't think Nemia realises it's happening. With the perception of 6.
Is it not happening? 6 perception.
She's not noticed. No, she's not noticed.
She's gonna pick up Nemia's pillow and squeeze it a bit. See how thick it is. What's it like? What's it like, DM? Is it a good pillow?
You've picked up her pillow, the pillow that she's currently sleeping on.
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck.
Did she wake up?
Have you ever stayed awake when someone pulls a pillow out from under your head?
Yeah, I have actually. I'm a really big sleeper. Fucking horrible.
She was sleeping pretty deep. Crumbs is one thing, but yanking her pillow out, she's gonna wake up for that. She's kind of like she's kind of like stuck under the covers though. She's kind of like
she's gonna whap her on the head with the pillow.
Fuck. So she's like, you can visibly see her struggling beneath the.
Oh my god!
sheet.
I'm just getting visions of.
Just no. I don't know what you're about to say, but no.
Can we make a roll for acrobatics?
I was going to say Full Metal Jacket was what I was going to say.
Oh, okay. That's allowed.
Oh, what is that?
Yeah.
With a 1.
Sticks the landing completely. If that had been a crit, it would have been like having the bed sheet fall perfectly in place with a perfectly made bed at the same time. I think that'd been the only way we could have done it. But no, so with you land, you're fine. You can see Nimriel standing there. Quote unquote weapon in hand.
After her rude awakening, she's kind of got her fists up and she's blinking. What's that? What's going on?
Pook said that he was going to eat your food.
No.
Nope.
Is this one of them elbows out kind of walks?
Well, she'll get up and she'll get to her hooves relatively steady. And she'll, rub her eyes and kind of stretch real big. And then she's like, all right, let me go get my breakfast before Pook eats it.
Well, she didn't see the pillow. She just puts the pillow on the bed, follows her out.
As they're walking down the stairs, she'll shout, Pook, are you eating my breakfast?
He's got half a lump of bread in his mouth. No, not yet. It's here.
I imagine a gnomish roid junkie.
Yeah, no, seriously, I'm just stuffed. Pookie's just stuffing his face currently. He is so hungry. But yeah, no, the plate is in front of him, but he's still finishing off his second helping.
Yeah, I think you're gonna get your food. I think you'll be okay, Nemia.
Lucky.
There you go. Pushes it across the table to an empty seat.
She'll start stuffing her face as well. It's not all that pretty.
Nimriel's not impressed. She was expecting a distraction, not more of a problem. So she just sits back down, continues nibbling away at a piece of bread.
So
she will slap Nimriel on the ass with her tail and say, "That's for him with my pillow."
I didn't hit you with your pillow.
The Saturday Spiders are a very kinky group.
No, we're not.
No.
Nemia just has an extra limb. That's all I'm saying. She just has an extra limb. It's available to use when she needs it.
Right, because how you use it has never been more clear.
Also, it's probably worth saying, I think that DK just has a thing for this group, and it's only ever kinky with us because of DK. He's the one making all the suggestions here of marriage and everything.
Yeah.
We've gone silent.
You can't kink shame someone who's not ashamed of their kinks.
Oh, there's no shaming involved. No shaming whatsoever.
Yeah, no shaming, no shaming.
No. So I just like putting parties through emotionally awkward situations and things that will make them blush.
Neither of those is the thing. At least not for me.
Challenge accepted.
Right. Clearing some bread out of his throat. So, what are our plans and perambulations for today, party? We still have some time left of our downtime, correct?
Yes, you do. You are about. You're only about
That was to the.
Oh,
party,
sorry.
Really. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Yes, before the record, this is your Thursday morning, so you are about halfway through your downtime.
Mia's kind of nodding with a mouthful of eggs, and once she's finished it, she says, "You know that that silk may have come from a terrible source, but I think we could get you a robe on the cheap from the vendor they sold to."
Well, I mean, the silk itself it wasn't from a terrible source at all, if you remember. It came in the normal way through just trades and depots. That was all a fabrication of our dear Drogo.
She kind of looks at Pook and says, "I'm pretty sure the silk came from the spiders he fed the guard and the people to."
No, well, if his mother is to be believed, and she seems at least in possession of some of her faculties. The family has been, and always has been, silk traders, not silk makers.
Pook, can you give me a history check?
Yeah, of course.
Please.
Boom.
You do remember some things that were said
Good.
during your conversation with the... trying to think of the way to phrase it. Bear with me a second. I was going to send you a DM.
Sure.
Via Discord.
On Discord, sorry, not on Roll20.
From on Discord.
Okay.
I'm hoping that jogs your memory.
That is what the lady said, though.
Nemea, you may be onto something there, actually. I apologise. I think some of that silk was sourced from spiders, but I don't believe it was the spiders in the cave. At least, I don't see any evidence of any kind of industry there. So I don't believe that it would be from there. Maybe from some spiders, but not those ones.
Come to think of it, there was no nest.
Well,
But yes, perhaps you might be right. A spider silk robe certainly would be a boon to my trade.
yeah, I know they hold enchantments well. So I thought it might be useful for you.
Yes, but I have had my eye on a particular kit from the appraiser over in the Magic Center. He used it to appraise the soul ring that I gave to him, and he could handle it without any of its ill effects due to the fine-crafted mail gloves and other trinkets that he used to manipulate it. I would
I
very
like
much
those
like some of those.
Gloves that Professor, I don't know, I can't remember what the hell his name was. He used. You insisted on using.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, we've still got some of those items from the from the cave, and I was wondering what came of those bracelets.
Well, none of them were magical, unfortunately.
She holds a hand over, anticipating him giving them to her.
So you wish to wear them rather than sell them? Well, I did say, and I made a promise. Fair is fair. And Pook will go into one of his many pouches and pockets, and he pulls a bracelet, one from one pocket on the inside of his jacket, and the other from a pouch that's strapped the outside of his jacket just above his left breast, and we'll pull that out. There you are.
I just got attacked by a box of dice, but I'm okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
She'll go ahead.
The
DMing, man, it's a dangerous profession.
She'll go ahead and slide both of them on, and she'll hold her arm. She'll put one on one wrist and one on the other, and she'll hold her hands in front of her and kind of admire them before she goes back to eating.
And there's just jewelry. There's nothing special with them. You're not suddenly cursed with
Level up!
We've got the other stuff to sell, though, right?
Absolutely. Well, I think we've found out our job for today.
Nemea asked for another serving of egg.
Yeah.
That's the spirit, Namir.
So yeah, you can get
Get it down.
Oh god, what's the name? Fosco comes back out again with some more food as and when you ask them.
How much is this one, Fosco?
Oh, this is just going through the rest of the stuff that was left over. So for now, it's fine. We're just more clearing up. You'll be in my bins. Enjoy.
All right then. Can't say I've ever been anybody's bin before, and she does not look at anyone when she says that.
My character doesn't do puns, but you know, haven't you been? Yeah, you know.
Get
Which
out.
is basically
You
the
appreciate it, right?
of, I know you are, but what am I?
Nemea doesn't say anything. She just chews faster.
Gorokash, what is your plan for the day?
Whilst eating, Grokesh kind of just looks up, shrugs, and then looks around for the task board for jobs.
It is a handout available for you, by the way, if you need it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it now. Because there was one on there. There it is, jobs list.
Yep.
I just didn't know if there'd any been more crossed off. Because you'll probably just...
I'm assuming Nimriel's looking with you after that question. I actually did see something that would be relevant to her. The way she's conditioning her mind lately. The wolf one.
Yeah. Let's go do that.
20
probably just-
wolves, though, Jesus Christ.
Easy
Really?
done. Easy
Yes.
done.
Well, that's really my thinking. It seems a little bit, well, too easy. I mean, granted, our last task seemed even easier. We were going to have to hunt some carnivorous butterflies to find a key, and of course, none of that came to pass. However, this does seem a little below us.
I'm only
That,
Does
aren't we?
anybody know how to
Finding a
skin a
puppy.
wolf?
I certainly don't.
Grokesh just pulls out a knife. And is like, Can't be
I mean,
that hard.
Could, OOC, could we... I mean, I assume Roland Hammer has some survival or nature or something that would manage
yeah.
skinning.
Yeah.
Could we bring him along for that?
Or we can just bring them back.
I mean...
What
are we-
bodies? Bring the bodies
The
back.
entire
Fucking
fucking
Oh,
carcasses.
I'll
yeah,
just put them in
exactly.
my pockets.
I don't really want to proxy someone if I don't need
He'd
to.
probably expect us to pay, just saying, as of right now. And this is off the back of the conversation that I had with them after last Saturday's session. Until character development conditions a little bit further, his character is not giving us anything for free.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
thinking he might be like this. So I don't, because of the fact that he does have his own thing, I don't really want to proxy.
He wouldn't.
He's-
Gotcha.
yeah.
He wouldn't do it. He'd expect, like, I'd say a healthy 40% of it. Of the
Yeah.
earnings, I mean.
Okay.
Yeah, so
That's the greedy
fuck it,
bastard.
we'll do it anyway, and I think I've got some skill.
What's the worst? We can have a go. My character's a soldier, so simple survival is a general thing for that. I don't know if that
No, you
we
certainly
can
know.
will
also-
stop me from being useless at it.
You know how to
We
skin
can
a
always
rabbit.
assist each other.
You're gonna know how to skin rabbits and squirrels and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so we could just go off the back of that. We're fine.
Yeah, I'm willing to risk it.
I mean, yeah, absolutely, you're right. I mean, a wolf is just a big rabbit, isn't it?
Yeah.
I would say the rabbit is a little bit scarier.
Mm.
So wolf is kind of lupus. What's a rabbit there? Pook?
What's
Sorry?
that book?
Come again?
Wolf. A wolf is kind of lupus. What's a rabbit?
Oh. No, let me have a think. Can I make a history check? Try and remember the book I've read on this before, because I have studied a lot of genealogies.
Yeah, go on.
Normally I'd say the different check, but given this is Pook's expertise, it's just can I remember the stuff I've read?
Yeah, I was thinking like, would it be a nature check? But no, if this is more intelligence based, yeah, you're allowed to Google it. You're fine.
Okay. Well, I mean, it really depends. If you're talking about all rabbits, then they hail from the Leporidae order.
Why did you have to trigger him?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
She's gonna throw the last piece of her bread at Pook.
Taken, thank you. I'm still hungry, Pook will tuck in.
I guess she is grumpy, huh?
In fact, what I think I'll find the interesting thing about
Wait!
Leporidae-
Sleight of hand check. Where's my fucking sheet? Sleight of hand check. She's gonna try to push that bread even further in.
God.
Yeah.
Just don't choke him.
Fucking choke me
God,
out.
there might need to be a constitution save to see whether or not you can avoid just. Get a constitution saving throw.
Really? Is this where Pook dies? Is this how it happens?
Not like this.
Please
Not
not,
like
my bread.
If you killed me.
It's definitely gone down the wrong way. But you're coughing and choking and spluttering, but you're not dying.
And
Nemeo
just-
punches
testament-
Nimrel in the shoulder.
Testament to Pook. The interesting thing about the product, and eventually brings it back up.
So Nimriel does that thing, you know, like when somebody, when somebody hits somebody, but they do it too hard and they realize after they've done it, and there's that expression on their face, like, oh shit, sorry. Like she's got that face.
In fact, there is. It's very much like fingerprints. They're very unique to each rabbit, really. Bet you didn't know that.
That was a quick recovery, man.
Straight back to his sentence. He's committed. Give him it. I guess Nimriel is sort of just like a little flushed, feeling a little embarrassed of the tactile shoving of bread down his throat. And is just going to just wander away. Not far, though. Is our party agreeing on doing that job?
Yeah, I'm gonna
They
sell
were in
it stuff
agreement, right?
first, so I'll get a little
Yeah.
extra time.
Yeah, bear me a second. I just need to create a new map for this one for you, just because I've realised that the maps we have got are somewhat limited at the moment.
She'll turn to Pook and she'll say, she's finished up her plate. She'll say, "So we got a diamond or something, didn't we? What was up with that? It was glowing."
I didn't write that.
Oh, the
Yes.
the yellow. Thing.
Yes. Now, this is something that I believe I understand. And question to the DM. Personally, yes, I know what it is, but would Pook?
I think an Arcana roll would be a good starting point there. he's certainly aware of the sort of thing it is, but he doesn't know the specifics.
I believe this is some form of gem relating to a particular element, and given the color and the feel of the thing, I would say it has some kind of affinity to earth elementals, but other than that, I'm not entirely sure yet.
Oh, okay. She says that, but her expression is she has no clue what he was talking about. She's trying to play it off cool.
Well, you see that the gems can, in their matrices, be aligned with certain elementals, and when infused with that kind of magic, they may have certain effects that align themselves to those matrices. You understand?
Mm-hmm. She just nods her.
Settled then.
Smile and nod, dear girl. Smile and nod.
She kind of looks at Badger side and is like, "What the fuck?"
Badger?
Well, Badger's
Yeah.
the only one left at the table. You walked off.
Grokash.
Yeah, Grokash just struck.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jesus.
Whoops.
Falling apart, huh?
Yeah. Listen, he's talking about matrices.
Everyone's confused.
And elementals.
Yes, yes. No, but she will look at Grokash and be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, Grokash is just like, I don't know. Just smile and wave.
If you don't mind, though, I do have a few items that I wish to find a buyer for before we go. But to be honest, we could do that when we get back as well. There's no rush.
Well, I imagine there's plenty of wolves on the outskirts of the city. I don't think we're in a rush for either one.
I mean, to be honest, we could just walk around in some long grass and hope that one would just spring up at our feet. I'm sure if we walk back and forth enough.
Well, what if we buy like a goat or something?
I'm rolling an extra dice now. I'm rolling an extra dice just for that. And I'm gonna roll. Which one am I gonna roll next one off? Oh, that's awkward.
What if we buy a goat or something for bait?
That sounds like a fairly good idea. Although we have to remember that Canis lupus hunt in packs, and they enjoy the hunt.
Well, we've got to kill 20 of them for this job.
They do tend to have a fairly wide territory, and they are quite a territorial animal.
If they're territorial, let's just go kick in their doors.
My point being, my dearest Grokash, that as their territories are rather large, packs don't tend to encroach on each other's territory. So it may be difficult to find 20, but to be honest, with the high payment, it might well be worth it. We could what? Well, thinking about it, we're probably only looking at 60 gold pieces in total.
Yeah, it's not that much, but it's something to do.
I mean, if we're just looking at what money we're able to acquire, perhaps the escort duty for the herbalist might be worth considering.
Nemia remembers suddenly that what Nimril said, and she turns and she said, "Wait, you want a pup?"
What do you mean?
You said something about a pup.
I am just saying that maybe I can learn to tame one.
Yeah.
Yes,
Can't
that
learn.
went so well with the book.
She
Can't
just looks
learn.
straight over to Grokash. Just look straight at him, not even a word.
You can't tame a herbalist.
What?
I don't understand that reference.
Well, the other job, the herbalist.
The
Arr.
job board?
Said herbalist just makes him angry. He doesn't even know what it means. It just makes him angry.
I'm not sure. I remember which. Oh, actually, no. I think
There's another job on the board, the herbalist underneath it. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. We got to do the wolves because we can't tame a herbalist. Obviously. God.
Yeah.
So you're in agreement.
makes perfect
Yes.
sense. Why
Perky
didn't
a
we
tone.
think of that?
Perky a tone.
Going back to my fucking food.
Good.
Being
But
like-
if you try to steal it from me, I will stab you.
These people.
Well, maybe we could
No,
do both.
no,
Don't wolves go in the woods? Oh wait, we gotta escort him. She looks at the board. I'm
Grabbing
tired
hold of
escorting people.
Namia's face, she's gonna say, "No, they go in my backpack."
What?
She said, "Don't wolves go in the forest."
Ah.
Namia looks just as confused as I was when you said that.
She just smiles and lets go.
Okay, wolves is easy. Let's do the wolves.
Yeah. Gorkash picks up his glaive.
I don't know how I
and-
feel about you trying to get a pet though, but I mean, I've seen people with wolf pets. I've seen them with book pet, and she kind of glowers at that one.
Granted, it's certainly a step up to actually have an actual animal as a pet as opposed to a construct. Yes, I will give you that. But it must be known right now that you will have responsibility for it. No one else will clean it or walk it. And
I
you
feel
take
like
care of it.
stabbing him.
Remember, puppies and just for Christmas, they make great sandwiches on New. Stop it! No.
You are
Behave
the one
yourself,
on
DM.
yourself.
What are you eating? Well, I'm eating chicken sandwich. Oh, duck sandwich. Dog sandwich. Well, now you're just being rude.
Actually, it's Carnage Loop. Right, well, I suppose on
Chihuahuas got
overwhelming
great on
votes,
toast.
we are agreed. Sure.
Nimril
So-
will prepare to walk out the door.
Yeah, just head off.
Whatever's left on the table, I mean, as long as it's not like wet or anything, Namia will stuff it in her pockets, like bread, maybe a little meat.
Yeah, you can grab this. You can give yourself basically like an extra day's worth of
I like
rations,
that.
essentially.
I like that. So long as it's not wet, pours a cup of water into her pocket. I'm
Well, I
taking
mean,
that.
like if it's, she's not gonna put eggs in her pocket.
Oh, that would be great. That would be so great. Rummaging through your pockets for something to help you with this dilemma you're in. You pull out a broken egg. Nope, don't need that. Pull out another egg. There's a hatched chicken. No, not that one. Off we go.
Yeah.
So what kind of bait do we want to get?
Pook.
Oh my god. I was thinking the same thing
That's
though.
exactly what it sounds like. We'll get Puka's bait.
Yeah, but if
May I
Pook dies,
suggest
I'm not
that-
gonna eat him.
May I suggest that language is important, and so do be careful with it. I shall not be bait, but if you were to ask me my opinion on the type of bait we would use, red
Gnomish.
meat. Careful. Red meat of any description would probably be the best. And to be honest, it would be even better if this were live bait.
Well, yeah, of course.
So Gorkash at this point is really confused because it sounds like you agreed with him, but you said not like you didn't agree with him.
Grokash,
No, it's just
not me. That's not what I'm saying.
But you're small.
You're right.
Hmm.
I am small.
And red meat and alive.
And you have just eaten.
Mm.
Yes, this is right. But unlike
Mm.
most live bait, I'm a wizard.
You have a stick.
Mm.
I'm not sure how that's relevant.
Krokash, a stick is not food.
Just a logistic questions. Where have we seen livestock?
Just gonna steal a cow.
on like the in the market district, you have seen things like the example I've been giving to the other players is like if you've played Sea of Thieves, those crates where you can put chickens and pigs in them. You've seen that sort of thing. Ty's giggling because he
a
knows...
little case box.
Sea of Thieves!
They can put pook in it.
Just play Sea of Thieves, it's so good. Well, I think perhaps if we head down to the cattle market, we might be able to find something, maybe some chickens or something like this. That should do.
She'll loop arms with Nimriel and start dragging her in that direction. Well, not dragging, but she'll start moving in that direction.
Yeah, not dragon. Yeah, Dungeons and Dragon.
the dungeon with you then.
You know that was funny.
I think you mean Dungeons and not Dragon.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? We are a terrible bunch of people.
Yes, we are.
Absolutely shite jokes, okay?
You have managed to gather just all the worst people of the internet. Now, may I suggest that we don't all need to be there to buy chickens? Perhaps we
Chickens
could
are
use-
gross.
Gross.
Well, I mean, they're tasty to eat, but, ugh.
They're freaky looking.
Right. Well,
Yes,
if
yes,
you
they are.
are scared of chickens, and I'm happy to take on the job of bartering for some chickens. But really, the question is, how far are we willing to go outside the city gates, and how are we going to transport a job lot of chickens? A gaggle.
Wait,
Is it a gaggle?
let's not bother with chicken. Let's get like a goat that can walk on its own 2 feet.
Yeah.
Yes, but
Wait.
And they're
4 feet.
noisy.
one goat will not attract 20 wolves.
2 goats.
I don't think you're really seeing the point here.
Well, how many chickens would you expect us to get
A
to
job
attract how much is that? Oh, see, I have no idea what the hell a job lot is.
Well, it's an amount of chickens. More than 5, less than 20.
I think it's slightly more than a metric fuck ton, but not quite as much as an imperial fuck ton.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know how you're not understanding this.
All right.
I just think chickens is a terrible idea. Like, see, I don't see how we're gonna transport that many chickens.
All right. We get 3 goats and a bag of chickens.
Chicken meat, or just put a bunch of live chickens in a bag?
Yeah. That one.
You can't say yes when there's 2 options. Do we
Chicken-
go left
chickens
or
in a bag.
right? Yes.
Chickens in a bag.
We're in an alternate dimension version of our D&D session where our characters are acting very peculiar.
No,
Namia's
make-
cool with 3 goats and
Yeah.
chickens in a bag. She's cool with 3
Yeah.
goats and chickens in a bag.
Fine.
3 goats and chickens.
If you want to go Jurassic Park on it, fine. Very well.
Where is the goat? Sorry.
And then we can have the goat carry the chickens.
Bam.
And we're back to a normal D&D session of inane comments. No, I don't think we're going to have goat chicken riders. That's not going to be a thing.
No, not riding them. Like, tie the bag to the goat.
Yes. For all the times you've seen pack goats.
I don't know. Not a fucking Sherpa.
Clearly not. Right.
We lead the goats, we tie the bags onto the goats. It didn't seem like a problem to me.
Wait a fucking second. Pack goats are a
I
thing.
know what your tiny little mind is suggesting. No.
Pack goats are a thing.
No, they're not.
I googled it. There's pictures. And then- They're fucking-
Oh my gosh, we have derailed this session about 17 times already.
Alright, we're going towards animals, okay?
Okay, fine. Yeah.
Nimril is hijacking this arm loop thing and just walking in the direction of anything.
You're heading to the market district to find some
Definitely.
stuff. Right. Okay.
Sure.
Namia's gonna keep
We're
a
looking for the
lookout
smell of
for the-
animal shit.
Yeah, Namia's on the lookout for the noisiest goat she can find.
You're looking
here,
for the
rather.
smell.
The sound of men screaming. Those types of goats.
I mean, like,
While she's doing that, Nimriel's sniffing out for the smell of animal shit.
Yeah, that's a good way to find animals, actually. Grokash is going to do that too.
okay.
Which one am I doing? Perception, investigation, nature. Is nature a thing?
Survival.
Yeah.
Survival at this point.
Survival.
You're trying to track. It's survival. Right, there we go.
All right. I actually didn't know. I was just saying all the things. I
No,
think.
no, I'm just that was fucking weirdest group.
But check his stream. Is he smiling? Is he happy?
Oh my god.
He's happy.
Well,
He's happy.
welcome to Saturday Spiders. Basically, no action ever happens. All we do is just fuck about in town for a bit.
We're gonna actually end up on the front lines of a battlefield and just be turning it into a comedy.
It's
gonna be horrible.
Oh
and
my-
then Pook read some books, and that's
Right.
basically it. This is like the worst sitcom ever.
Yeah, so this is like Friends. So Nimriel, you do manage to very easily find goats and such. So you'd find the wild animals, so the domesticated animals that you're looking for. What were you particularly looking to get?
Well, since we're actually there, can we at least see what the variety is?
There is a number of goats, chickens, ducks. It's mostly poultry. Mostly poultry. There are some goats and some pigs though.
Nimriel's going to walk over to a duck and pick it up. Oh, can I keep this one?
Is there a baby
It's got a
goat?
funny shaped face. She's gonna wave it at Nimia.
The tabaxi who owns the stall. It's like, I would appreciate if you do not handle the merchandise in such a way.
Oh well, now you just unfucked up. Tabaxi?
Yes.
Cat people.
Nimriel just I know. Nimriel drops the duck into its enclosure or however how she found
I'm
it.
sure it was
Thank
a second ago.
And stares at the tabaxi and starts stepping slowly towards him with this creepy look on her face.
jeez.
Can I do some kind of insight check to see what Nimriel's thinking?
I think you might need to.
I'll tell you if you get a good number then, I suppose, if that's okay with the DM.
Yeah.
The tabaxi looks like a really good pet. Looks
Oh, no.
like a pet, looks like an animal, looks tameable.
Namia puts a hand on Nimriel's shoulder and kind of tugs her back a little bit and whispers to her, "It's like a person."
What do you mean?
They're like people.
It's not a pet. You can't tame it. You have to make it a friend if you want it to be a friend.
The tabaxi is like picked up the duck and is like stroking it and soothing it. Oh, it's okay. Just chattering to it very quietly. The duck is visibly calmed.
Why does his young look so much different to him?
Namia, do you know
At this
what
point,
What's your
Grokash is
intelligence score?
You're dumb. Grokash is dumb.
What's your intelligence score? Let me just.
It's probably like 12 or something.
Yeah,
like
it is
11.
12. You know what? I'm gonna let you be that dumb. I'm gonna let you be that dumb with a 12.
It's
You
mostly
shouldn't be. You shouldn't
it's
be.
mostly intentional.
Yeah.
Namia is a 10 intelligence. Come on.
She wants. She just wants. It's that book. It's the book, guys. It's the book. Book she read. She hasn't had much sleep.
Do you know what farming is?
Yes, I think so. What kind of
Okay.
fun?
That is something she raised. It's not
She?
hers. It. She's not gonna try and explain gender.
We're not going there. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I think I need some more water. She just walks away.
Mia looks at Pook and Grokash and she's like, what the fuck?
I'm
Yeah,
not
Grokash.
even beginning to try and unpick that.
And Grokash is thinking.
Pook should
for the
have some
first time-
fucking sympathy. Fix the book damage.
No.
So was there any goats there? Any?
Yes, there are goats that are available. There's also
I'm Mojo
sheep.
can
There's also
Jenko even.
Mojo
Jesus.
Kachenki.
I said that so
Um,
bad.
You did really bad.
Grokash wants to buy 2 goats, and if there's a baby goat, he wants a baby goat as well.
Are you kidding?
Wow.
Oh my god. We're just gonna have so many little babies running around this fucking farmyard.
Speak for yourself and Pook.
So he goes up to the cat person and wants to try and like haggle or like figure out how much it's going to cost.
Ah, Tipaxi has wares if you have coin.
Of course I have coin. How much?
Let me find the page again. Oh, come on. Don't be a dick.
Nimra's going to approach Pook. How do I fix the ringing in my head and my weird eyes from reading so much of a book?
I
Yes,
don't
of course.
understand what you mean.
And you look for the child as well, yes? If you would like, I can sell you a family of goats. It will cost you 3 gold pieces for family of goats.
3. I'll give you 2.5.
Well, I would be willing to accept if you also threw in another 5 silver. Or maybe 1 electron piece.
Just can I do a perception check on the ghosts, see if they like look healthy?
Yeah.
They look good, or
Yeah, you can do a perception check for that.
By the way, another 5 silver is still 3 gold.
that motherfucker.
Okay,
You know what? No, I'm sorry. Given the fact that you didn't notice that, disregard that information, alright?
It's like, come on, jury,
if
you
you-
must disregard this statement. Struck
I
it from
hadn't
the
actually-
record.
I hadn't actually like thought about the cost of like it's all so insubstantial that I wasn't really thinking. It's just haggling
Yeah.
for the sake of it.
No. No. You disregard that information here and there. Yes, but they look fine. They look healthy. They look fine.
Wow.
It's as much as you know about goats, and of course you know a lot about goats.
He's like, 2 and 8.
Okay, we do deal.
Ah, sucker! And I handed him like 2 and 8, and I pick up the baby goat. I'm like, haha. Just chuffed with myself.
What did he just buy?
He just bought 2 goats and 1 baby goat for 2 gold and 8 silver. Bearing in mind that a goat is worth a gold piece. So
Is-
he paid slightly over the odds for the child. Which, that phrase taken out of context, probably not a healthy one.
No,
Must
shall
be
I
Um,
name him?
Eh,
Do the goats come with their own little harnesses and ropes?
They've come with like ropes like wrapped around the. You know the thing with for goats that you have like the rope around the horns.
Right. Okay.
So they're done like that.
Nemia will take the 2 ropes on the 2 goats, and then she'll look at Pook. Are you gonna get your fowl?
You have more trade to do, friends. Yeah.
Yes, your chickens. How much?
The chickens. Of course you want to do more trade now that I've closed my book. I mean, jeez. I mean, look, this game would be so much easier if there weren't players. Asking questions and shit all the time, don't you think?
Those
that's
guys
right?
like
I don't know, reading a book.
The chickens are very cheap. Chickens are always very cheap. We'll give you 5 chickens for a silver piece.
And that's cheap, is it?
Well, yes, compared to the goats.
Well, yes, everything is cheap if you compare it to something that's more expensive. That doesn't make it cheap.
Oh, you are a smart man. I like you. You are a very smart little man. Very smart child man. Yes, yes. Okay. They are
Flattery
very
will
good
get you
value
nowhere.
for money. That better phrase for you, yeah?
Flattery will get you nowhere. Let's say we do 6 chickens for a silver piece, and we'll shake on it.
Okay, my friend. Okay. You've already spent money with me. It's fair. It's fair. And she leans down with paw extended to you.
What is he performing?
Wonderful.
I'm playing with the goat.
Just so I know, as I'm making this deal, how many chickens are they? Like in wooden cages? Are they or?
Basically, they're like they're in yeah. So it's like wooden cages, but there's 2 per wooden cage.
Right. Okay. So there's 2 per cage. So
Yeah.
right, that's absolutely fine. Oh well, wonderful. Yes, I believe we have a deal. And Pook will shake on it.
Okay. Amend your character sheets as need be.
So that's 1 silver piece.
So what performance are you doing with this? With this? Is this like a performance of My Fair Lady you're doing with this goat or something?
Yeah, I was just like playing with it like peekaboo and shit. And it is thoroughly entertained.
It is thoroughly entertaining. You've managed to entertain a kid.
Actually a kid.
Yeah.
Actually a kid.
Yes. It
I'm
bleats
naming-
happily at you.
I'm naming it Wolf.
You're naming it Wolf.
Yep.
Wolf the baby goat.
Yep.
Funny feeling that might be exactly what happens.
Yes. Now,
Nah.
this leaves us with the predicament I said before. How are we going to transport these animals?
I'm telling you, put them on the goats.
And how would you suggest that happens?
Question. Does Pook look like he could actually ride a goat? Does it look possible?
Nobody tosses it off.
DM, is this a possibility?
I don't think so. I think goats are not quite large enough because the memory serves, the rule is so long as the creature is 1 size larger than you or greater, you can ride it. Now Pook is a small creature, but I don't believe that a goat is a medium.
Don't have one of those types of goats that kind of old and look a little bit angry.
The goat
Or
is a
keep
medium
left.
creature. He can ride a goat.
Nimiel's going to attempt to put him on one of the goats.
Whoa. You just manhandling Pook onto a goat.
Yeah, like, you know, like grab him where his clothes are, just under the arms, like near the armpit, just grab them there and just hoist him up. And then just plod him on it.
Can I make an insight check before this happens to see if I can actually tell what he's trying to do?
I
Jeez,
feel
what
You're busy talking.
I feel like a dexterity save might be more in order.
I have got an idea with the insight check. That's all.
Do both. Do an insight check and a dexterity save.
What am I doing?
Boom.
So you definitely know what's going on with it. But you know what's happening. But you are potentially not going to be able to stop it.
Hang on. Can I tell you what I was going to do with my insight?
What are you going to do with your insight?
I was going to use it once I realised very quickly from my incredible insight what he was going to do. I was going to cast a minor illusion to create an image of me just in front of where I'm standing.
Okie dokie.
So he attempts to pick that up.
Okay,
She.
so we'll
She,
use
sorry.
that. We'll use that to essentially counteract the essentially failed dexterity saving throw. I think for Nuriel, it'll be basically it's a grapple, but I think it should be a dexterity based grapple because you're not trying to overpower him, you're trying to like surprise him. So you can be yeah. So you give us a dexterity check.
Oh,
No.
That's a lame one. I went straight
Jesus.
with that fucking illusion.
So not only do you fall for the illusion, you fall through the illusion. And you are horrendously embarrassed. You land on the floor with the whole like head down, arse up sort of thing. And,
Nice. She's already barely clothed. Do you mind?
Well, yeah. Now everyone can see exactly how baby clothed she is.
Now, Nimriel, care to explain, one, why you have a face in the dirt, and two, what you were trying to do with that illusion there?
Actually, can
Nemea will
everyone
step
give me a
in the
perception
way.
check to see whether or not they noticed what just happened as well? Because there is some stuff going on, and you guys were all doing everything. So everyone, because of Grokash and Nemea, you just been you're trying to work out a way that you can like lead both these goats with like one hand and not have to try and have like a hand on each rope. You're like trying to work out a smart way
I've got
to be
it.
efficient about
I've got it. Goat train.
Yeah, Grokash is
Goat train.
has spotted it happening.
If I saw that, I'm gonna seeing Nimriel, is it Nimriel? Yeah. In whatever horrible position she's in, I'm gonna like cover the
Don't do
eyes of little wolf.
Pleasant.
Also, there is, just so you know, there's a suggestion from chat that perhaps you should call the goat Nom by Mr. Paul Hay, 1976.
Nom. Why Nom?
I mean,
He's not getting eaten.
it's
He's
going
not
to
getting
happen.
fucking eaten.
It's going
I'll.
it is going to happen.
If one of the wolves eats him, I will eat the wolf as vengeance.
Raw.
We are going to kill them, Grokash. So she kind of looks at him like, "What did you think was going to happen?"
Yeah, but there's the difference between being stabbed in the fucking face and being eaten alive. And the wolf will come to know this. Yeah.
All right then.
So what, he's going to just shovel the insides of the wolf into his mouth while the wolf's alive?
If need be. If need be.
That is an option I've considered. Right, so on to bigger and brighter things. Nimriel, do pick yourself up, clean yourself off. It is embarrassing. How are we going to transport these animals?
Well, I can handle the goats, I suppose, but someone else might want to lead them. I can maybe tote these chickens. What's the numbers on the chickens again? How many per crate and how many are we getting?
There's 6 chickens total, 2 per crate. We have 3 crates of chicken.
Okay, Nemia's got some rope, so she'll loop it through the handles on the crates and kind of create a makeshift, I'm going to say the word necklace because I can't think of anything else at the moment, but it's got the 3 crates on it. She can tote it on her back.
I know the sort of thing you mean. It basically is like you just do like a loop of rope through them, and then you have like the rope on the back of the neck, and then arms go through. Yeah, I know the sort of thing you mean because I've done that a few times and I've gone laughing for carrying heavy things.
And then she'll kind of hold out the rope with the ropes of the 2 goats to give them to somebody else.
Nimriel standing up will take part.
Nimriel hasn't got any armor yet, has she?
No,
Okay.
not for the time being. Just her boots.
How good is her skin at deflecting bites?
If you had to rate it out of 11,
Well, I mean, let me have a look. 12.
So I'm guessing you've got a +2 dex modifier then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, alright. Okay,
Do.
cool. Handy.
Did you actually see the thing there
What thing?
in chat
Oh,
on Roll20? Just future reference.
Yeah, I think with a 16 you probably would succeed there, and unless he's noticed it. So let's have a. I think it would be going against his passive perception more than anything else. I don't think it'd be something he'd be actively looking out for. It's more so you're trying to sneak on him. What is Pook's passive perception of like 10 or something?
my passive perception is remind me, passive perception is calculated with.
There is actually
Should be at the bottom.
It actually says it next to your thing now. So you got passive perception of 10. It's the number in brackets next to the skill is your passive perception. Or is the passive for that skill.
That's nice.
Oh, that's good. I love it.
Yeah. 10.
No, it's not very often you have a passive acrobatics.
Is that your sort of my brain and my body are too tired, but it will automatically do this if I'm not putting
Muscle
any
memory.
effort? Yeah.
Pook,
So off we go.
You've had your boots tied together. By the
Do I know
laces.
this?
You do not know this. When you go to head off, I think an acrobatics check to see whether or not you, or just be a straight up dexterity saving throw. Actually, I think to make it nice and simple to see whether or not you land on your face.
Sure. Well, let's get
my
one of
luck.
those. I'll
He's
get
gonna
one
do
of
a front
those.
flip and push me over.
You do like start to go over, but because you're quite low to the ground, you're able to very easily like arrest your fall, just like just support yourself by grabbing hold of the side of one of the market stalls. So you notice what's happened, and aside from an ever so slight twinge in your ankle from that moment of resistance, you're unaffected.
Blatantly aimed at Nimriel.
Nimriel's not even looking. She's busy with the goats.
Nimriel would hear this. What she can hear behind her is, it almost sounds like a bird chirping, but it's clearly coming from behind her and near the floor. And what's happened is, very shortly after that, a bird has flown by and left certain droppings on her shoulder, and then taken a small amount of food from Pook's hand and flown off.
Got him.
That's
You can speak with small beasts.
that's just a forest gnome thing.
It's a forest gnome thing, man.
Can you tell Wolf that he'll be all right?
Is medium, remember?
Also, it's simple ideas. I think kind of assuring him of his existential safety, it kind of falls outside of simple ideas.
All right, I'll just keep
you
petting
have
him.
the simple idea of you're safe.
Safe
that's-
here,
that's a-
yeah. Safe here.
Safe with us. Safe here. Safe with us. New family. I think you can
Yeah.
get that idea across.
Okay, Pook will lean towards the goats and assume the role of goat whisperer.
Ah!
Ah!
I wanted to have a go. I got a little bit jealous.
Someone had to try.
The goat is confused of his origins and feels that he will never truly be himself, but he is aware that he is now currently safe.
Yay. Good on you, little wolf.
Okay, dokes. So,
It's worth saying I've untied my shoes too.
yeah. Heading out of the city.
Wolf snacks, pat goats, medium rare. Love it.
Where's Forest Sounds? There it is.
I'm still in love with that model. I love the Pook model. It's so good.
Man, this session's going by really quickly.
It is.
Fucking 2 hours already.
Yeah, it's 2 hours and I've already got a bird to shit on his shoulder.
It's... The only reason she's not going to retaliate further is because it will make her look even less professional than she already does, and because you're short.
Also, she probably realizes that there are many more small beasts than there are.
Oh, that doesn't bother her so much.
Okay,
I mean,
so-
what's worse than falling in the dirt with yourself barely clothed?
You are heading through the Neverwinter Wood as an idea of just that is basically the information that there is that they need to the wolves are becoming more troublesome and more numbersome. And they need to be dealt with. Basically, it's a culling of the wolves. That's essentially why they've set a target of if you can take out this many wolves, fantastic stuff. And they've got several groups that are going out there to thin down the numbers. and that is what the bounty is there for, and that's why it's a repeatable quest for people as well. So you've got that, and on your way out, if you're having a chat with the guards as you go out to let them know what you're doing, it does. I feel like I should have made this clear, and none of you actually asked, so I'm just going to make the information available to you. It is made clear to you that you don't need to do 20 in one sitting. You can do it over a period of time.
Now,
I don't know why it didn't occur to any of you to ask that, but it didn't.
Pook will
Honestly, just willing to do it all in one go, or as late as it gets.
I think Pook will speak very briefly with the guards. Now, I'm relying on your local knowledge here. I am particularly unfamiliar with the Canis lupus from the Neverwinter region, but how heavy would you say they were? Pounds and ounces, of course.
The guard that you're talking to sort of looks you up and down and goes like, "They could take you down. No problems."
Granted, but how heavy would you say they were?
Oh, well, most of the wolves you're going to find are going to be about 100, 120 pounds of muscle and bone.
Very well. Right, are we ready to proceed, party?
Already moving.
Who's gonna lead
Wonderful.
the way? Who's gonna be the guide? Who's gonna take you into the woods so you're never seen again?
Nimriel.
Nimriel, then let's have a survival check from you, Nimriel.
Oh, that was a bad idea, wasn't it?
Yes.
Good job.
Oh, good.
Just as-
That's 2 fails I've done, by the way, just to point that out.
Just as we're patrolling,
You find a green dragon. It's an elder.
just as we're moving forward, I'm trying to come up with a rope, like chest cradle, essentially.
Are you trying to go all freaking Kingsman with this little baby
Kingsman.
goat?
Kingsman.
It's a British
Maybe?
movie.
It's
Basically, you have the pet on your chest.
Yeah, like tucked
Yeah,
in a
Yeah,
tactical
yes.
vest.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do.
Right.
So yes.
Yeah.
Guys, I think
So-
that Nimriel's sleep deprived and it's having an effect on her her day.
Yeah. I suppose I better find somewhere to send you.
That would be good.
Well, that sounds
Can I,
good.
can I end up over in Westbridge?
Doesn't sound ominous at all.
Oh, I know where you can go. Hang on, bear me a second. Just need to create the map for you. We shall call this the oops tile.
I do like the background sounds though.
Batman sounds?
Perfect sound background
Back-
sounds.
Oh,
Brown.
background, sorry.
Perfect sounds to get lost to.
Please bear with moment malbitter. What was it Pook said? Sorry, what was it Westlaw said?
About what?
You found a something?
Green Dragon.
Oh, yeah, you found a green dragon. Yeah. And it's an elder.
I'm inspired.
Oh, thanks.
Oh,
Is it a mimic?
I take no responsibility for this.
Is this omen a blessing? Is it a mimic?
You're not taming another fucking mimic.
It's for character development.
I'm a man of no particular skill. I won't find you and I won't.
My therapist says I can keep it.
Your therapist is a dullard.
It's for character development.
You'd have to have some to develop it. Wrecked.
Got him.
Got him.
Got him. The anticipation is killing me, DK.
Look, right. What the hell are you fucking spinning up now? Because if this is a fucking gigantic spider with dragon wings, no, I'm done. Bad enough.
No, it's not. It's not.
I'm done.
It's not. Well, not this time anyway.
Not having any of this. Nope, not having it. Nope, gone. I'm gone. I'm finished. Gone.
Imagine a gigantic spider, like tarantula kind of thing, with dragon wings and like a bee sting type thing. No, more like a scorpion sting.
I've seen that picture.
Like a what's that?
I haven't seen a picture like that. Bear in mind, if there is one.
Yeah, no, there is. Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up. Hang on.
What is it? A spider with
I
scorpion?
think it's flying. I think if you just do like a Google search for flying scorpion, you'll find the image that comes up semi-frequently,
got it.
like in a newspaper sort of image.
No, I've got it.
Oh,
What did you look up?
No,
I just looked up flying scorpion. Fuck that noise.
no.
Let's see. Flying scorpion.
It looks like something that lives in your country, to be honest.
Jesus Christ. That's disgusting.
No, I found it, and this is worse. Hang on.
Go on, put it in the Discord.
I'll be linking you.
Or be linking, yeah.
I'll be linking
Dan,
you.
what the hell are you concocting?
I am.
Free initiative.
In fact,
Okay, that's not so good.
What I think I'll do is I'll post this in the Twitch chat so everybody can enjoy the delights of what that is.
So let Mojo Man take care, my friend.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's actually a thing. Goodbye.
Yeah, no, it's actually
See ya,
it's actually
Mojo.
a thing. Hey, it's horrendous. That's a monster from 3.5, and I cannot for the life of me
Oops, didn't mean to
remember
do
the
that.
name of it.
So I've opened. Can you post it again?
It's in Twitch.
It's in Twitch.
Yeah, I've got it open, but I'm not saying it.
Okay, I'll post it into
Unless I've done something
I'll
wrong.
post it into our group. There you go. In fact, it shows automatically in the group. There you go. It's a horrendous.
Yeah, that thing's no.
Are we not all concerned with the fucking, thing going on here?
No. I'm gonna kill some wolves.
Okay,
But
so as
Inspired
you're,
by a green dragon.
as you're heading through the woods, there is some arguing and blustering about what's going on, and people getting lost. And we walked past this tree already, and I recognise that rock. Until eventually you get to you can see a bit of a clearing opening up, and Nimriel, you're very proud, says, "Look, see, I told you there's a way through."
Good accent, bro.
And
Oh, he's rolling an initiative already.
He's already rolled that. That's already been rolled.
I did preload a couple, and then I realised I'd left their catch sheets on all instead of GM.
Yeah, famous last words, right?
Yeah. Let me just put you onto the right one, shall we? There we go. There we go.
Oh, what? Are these goblins? Oh, okay. Zoom out, huh? Yeah, sure.
Good.
Whoa, Jesus.
I think
Now-
I used my jingle a bit too early. So I mean, yeah, you could just do.
Thanks for
use your
checking in. You're still a piece of garbage.
That's good.
Would you like to all roll me an initiative? Select your tokens and give them a crack.
Crack. Wait, that didn't work. Oh, it did work. I'm at the bottom. Okay.
Once everyone's rolled, I'll do.
there it is.
Garbage.
And I need to roll my initiative. And...
Are we straight into combat, or have they seen us? What's going on?
Well, we'll find out in a moment.
Right
Tune in
after
next
the break.
time. Do you want a break? We could do a break right now, to be honest.
Yeah, if you want to.
So
Yes.
we'll take.
I'm the fastest faster I've ever fasted.
We'll take 10 minutes here, so that the party can refresh their drinks and decide exactly how fucked they think they are. So we shall be back shortly.
Okay. Gubby.
Hey. Gold, are you dead?
No, I'm here.
Is this?
I'm
You're
gonna
quiet.
go ahead and do the-
Too quiet.
You guys were having fun.
Where's Dakota?
So we're back, and
Good job,
yeah,
Mixos.
the party got lost in the woods a little bit due to the incredibly effective
Affectionate,
guide.
huh?
Yeah, well, you know, they're
Just tired, not affectionate.
maybe that's why she got lost, because she's being all affectionate and stuff. But due to the incredibly effective guide of Nimriel, the party got a little bit lost. They found a clearing, or like a break in the trees above, and they've happened across this scene here, which now they've stumbled out of the woods and into the clearing. They've come to realise is a scene of a dragon that has long since died as it's crashed down here. Don't know what's killed it. Don't know what caused it to crash down. But there, at one point, there was a flesh and bone dragon here. Now there's merely bones, and it appears to be surrounded by a party of orcs who are generally poking at the bones and stuff and trying to see if there is anything. Seems to be they're looking for anything of value.
Okay, straight off the bat, have they seen us? Have any of them seen us, or are they just too busy?
They do seem to be very engrossed in what they're doing.
Right, okay, Nimril is going to try to duck out of the sight further than she already is.
You can do that when it comes around to your turn, because first person to act is Grokash.
Oh god.
Please don't ruin this for me. It's not rolling hammer out of nowhere.
You must be really
yeah, I'm gonna
glad you didn't bring him with you now.
take a knee and just try and remain back here and not make any noise.
I mean, with a 10 staff, I've just imagined that you've just picked up a branch and put it in front of your face.
He's just crouched next to an already trampled bush.
This is where you need a necromancer. You know, they say raising a family is hard, but if they're buried next to each other, it's much easier.
Nice. Like it.
See what you did there.
Mm.
So that's me. I'm just gonna move up a bit and be invisible.
You hope.
Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Master the art of stealth?
Yeah.
Okie dokes.
Perfect. Fucking
It
perfect.
is
You seen the clip of him?
Busy.
No.
Busy.
The guy that plays
Nemea.
it go into a game and nobody recognises who he is, and then he references the fact that it's like he's invisible. Great stuff. Nemea.
All right, Nemea is going to attempt to do the same with her baggage of chickens.
Oh, that's going to be fantastic. Why did you have to remind the DM that you had a bag of chickens?
Mhm, because I want them to. I want them to.
Oh, no. Wow.
Are we about to weaponize chicken cages? Is that what's going on here?
Nimriel.
If the very clear sounds of clocking can be heard, then it's in my best interest to move the fuck away from you with my not much better roll.
I forgot to move her, but she's where she was headed.
Okay. Busy.
Doo-dum, doo-dum,
Pook.
doo-dum.
Does Munepin act on my initiative count as well?
Yeah, it just makes it easier.
Okay, so Munepin is going to alight and take a vantage on top of this tree over here. Land on a branch so he can keep an eye on the situation as it unfolds.
Okay.
And how far are these guys away from me? That's something that I'd like to know. Okay, so they're not terribly far away. I can probably see what they're doing from here. What does it appear they're doing? Like physically, what are they doing? I know they're appearing to look for valuable things, but
It looks like they're trying to harvest the bones. A lot of these bones, as they're picking them up and they're like, you know, they're testing their weapons against the bones. A lot of the bones do seem to be actually quite brittle, so you get the feeling that maybe this dragon skeleton is very, very old.
So what you're saying is, don't bother trying to take these bones to sell them. They're not worth anything.
What I'm saying is, maybe not all the bones. Maybe think more distinct for some of the
Teeth!
more resilient parts of a skeletal structure.
Okay.
If you want to try and harvest anything at all, that is.
Hips. It's got to be the hip bones.
No,
Right,
it's very
Them is
easily.
egg-buried hips, them is.
Good. I will attempt to stealth in the same direction as Nimriel. And being small, I will attempt to hide behind this here stump.
Okie dokes.
I feel like Pook just huddled himself between her chest and that tree trunk.
Now, all of the orcs were busy doing their jobs that the apparent leader of them was directing them to do, with harsh, bellowing grunts, which Grokash recognised very easily as being, "Get back to work, you stupid little idiots. God, anyone would think you was humans," and various such sundry orcish insults. The Orc Lord here, or basically the banner I'm using for the Orc Lord, he's a bit more aware of what's going on, and he is going to see whether or not he perceives you, any of you.
Sorry to interrupt, but did anyone check chat? It seems like we've infected people with
You're
our
fucked
incredible
now.
ghost.
See, I'm ignoring that one from Paul because he didn't use the correct version of your, so it doesn't count.
Oh, the burn!
Damn.
Clearly you spell it like this, mate.
Too much grammar, too little time.
And actually, you all rolled. You rolled under. You all rolled under 10 with this session. Nimriel rolled a 14, and he's got that, which means that he notices 3 of you straight away, but he doesn't notice. He doesn't notice Nimriel. Somehow manages to notice Pook without noticing Nimriel.
What a
more like
little meat shield.
he saw where Pook was heading. He saw Pook move, but he can't see him right now. But he saw Pook move, so that's why he can't see Nimriel because reasons. He is going to sort of head vaguely in in all of yours direction. He's like, "Who's you? What you doing here? This is ours."
So he says that common.
He's saying that in common with a very heavy Orcish accent.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad we have found you, and I am glad that you have happened upon this skeleton and kept it safe for us. You'll see, we are a company from Neverwinter, sent to investigate this very site. This very site, indeed, is all property of Neverwinter, so I would hastily remind you, this is now our business. Thank you for your time.
You have to piss him off.
Am I one of the people he's seen?
The only person he hasn't seen is Nimriel.
God damn it.
I'm completely invisible.
God damn it, Pook. You've ruined everything.
Yes, it was me that led us to a dragon corpse in the middle of the forest surrounded by orcs.
No, you.
Can I have a deception roll from Pook, please?
Yeah, sure.
I feel like he's trying to chat.
Holy shit.
Everyone
Holy
knows the
shit.
guards don't come out of the city. You're all cowards.
What I actually said was, we got lost in the forest and we found you guys and we're trying to kill you.
May as well have done, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, shit. How aggressive? Like, obviously he's a fucking orc, so they're already.
Whoa,
But after-
whoa, that's racist.
It's not. It's in their bloody. It's literally their like defining trait.
That's not getting less racist.
How dare you define everybody?
I didn't do it. The rule writers did.
All right, so now you're blaming the system. Right. Okay.
God fucking damn it.
If that arch jumped off a bridge, would you do it too?
I'm only half orc.
Your human mother speaking. Definitely.
You know what? Fuck it. I was gonna get us out of this. Fuck it.
I mean, a lot of people think that orcs are just vicious, large, evil creatures, like cunning but brutal, violent and loud, green and smelly, armed and armoured in like crude weapons and rusted plate, green in skin, red in eye, foul tempers, foul behaviour, foul manners. Those people are wrong because they also come in brown.
Do they? Do they?
That is an excerpt of the Black Company Bestiary, which is a document I wrote a long time ago for the LARP group I used to go with.
I just now have images of a certain gentle painter being an orc. And let's just cut some happy little arteries here.
Okay, so is he like gearing up? Like, has he got the attention of the other orcs yet?
Well, a couple of them have turned to look at what's going on, but they seem to be more a case of like, oh, we better do what the boss says, and they're still staying at what they're doing at the moment anyway.
Okay. And what's he wearing, like armor, weapon-wise?
So he's wearing like patchy chainmail armor. So it's like there's some big metal plates that they're held together by chains. He's got like a chain halberd. Like you can see the bottom hem of a chain halberd coming down to basically just above his knees. He's carrying a very large sword that appears to be made mostly out of It looks like it's just like a big piece of metal that has been beaten and sharpened. It doesn't look like it's been properly forged, but something that has been just like been beaten into shape.
Yeah.
You get the feeling maybe it was like it was at one point was part of a bridge or something that they then scavenged, or maybe part of a large cart.
Good. Alrighty, so Rokash, like, kind of starts squaring up, knowing orc culture. He's getting ready for a, well, A, not to look like a bitch, but B, an actual fight. And
Not
he's
like
looking
a fucking bear.
at, yes.
Wrong sort of bear! Wrong bear! Wrong bear! Do I make myself look big, or do I pretend I'm dead? What do I do?
And he's looking at Nymeria. Nymeria, fucking your names, they get me every goddamn
Nymeria
time.
now?
Who the fuck is Nymeria?
Yeah, that was the cross of
The
the
wolf.
two names.
It's the wolf,
Because
isn't it?
my brain can't pass the two very similar names.
This is going to particularly long-winded.
When they create
my God.
a child through meiosis, through osmosis, whatever the hell I'm trying to say, it'll be.
Christ.
Yeah.
All I know is,
What
like
the
every
hell?
other birth, it will take 9 months.
So what do we
No.
fight?
So he's asking me that question.
Yeah.
Well, he's not charged us yet. I mean, we have no business here. Why don't we just leave?
Okay.
Intelligent. I didn't even think about that. It didn't even cross my mind.
Think about the
Um,
XP.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna hold my action then, for and wait for one of us to either attack or be attacked.
Okay, so what is your held action going to be?
Cast heat metal.
Cast heat metal. Okay.
Nice.
Oh, on the orc fucking
Okay.
doodad.
Always do that.
The dude, yeah.
Working. This orc is like paying a bit more attention. Has taken a couple steps away from the dragon corpse. Still working. This one is also taking a bit more of an attention. Has taken a couple steps away as well. Not that easy to see them, is it? Because of the colour they are compared to the dirt.
Nope.
Nemia.
Nemia looks at Pook and shakes her head, and then she shouts out, "We'll be on our way. No need to worry." And she makes a motion as if she's going to turn and walk away, but that held action is... Okay, held action is to intervene should with Grokash if he's if there's aggression towards him. Basically, I can't have a second held action, can I?
Not
Okay.
really, no.
Okay, she'll have a held action to intervene on Grokash's behalf
Okie dokie.
if necessary.
Nimriel.
Oh, do you want like a persuasion or something for that?
Actually, yeah, go on. Have persuasion there. I just realised I've got the turn order in a place where it's not actually visible, so I'm just going to move that to there.
Ooh, nice. Sexy. Advantage.
Why is that done at advantage?
Oh, I'm sorry, that's my fault. I don't.
That would be
20.
20. It would be 20, not 22, so it's fine. It's still a decent roll. Just going to move that up there.
Okay, so
Okay, so you're trying to persuade them to basically let you go then. Nimriel.
Nemiel's going to hand the rope of the goats to Pook and attempt to continue strafing to the next piece of lumber.
Have another stealth roll from you then, please, because they're a bit more aware now. Yeah, okay, so you got your 18 there.
Into this shrubbery here.
Ashwabawee!
Shrubber! What's that from? Is that Wizards?
That's
Wizards?
That's Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Monty Python. Yeah.
They reference it in the Wizard game, don't they? Wizardry, I can't remember what it's called.
I imagine a ton of fantasy games reference Monty Python.
That's true.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
Seeing that the orc is not at all convinced, Pook will just carry on that line. Now, again, I would remind you that assault on a Neverwinter guard and his company would indeed be breaking the law, and you would see the retribution for that. So I recommend you let us pass through.
Can I do the response for the art guy? Can I?
What do you think the response to the orc guy is going to be?
Do I get another deception attempt?
I think it would need to be another deception one, but because of how badly the last one went, I'm going to make you do this one at a disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, it's better than the first one.
Yeah. Can't really get much worse. Yeah, so as a, oh, you're not gods, you're not wearing the uniform, and even if you were, why would we care? No one would find you out here, we'd eat you.
I don't believe you will be eating us anytime soon.
Oh. Ah, I need up dice. Okay, no, it's fine. So that's this one here is going to also take a couple steps over to there. And the Orc Lord is seeing Grokash step forward. Is going to step to like, a bit more into the open. So, you should go. Your friends seem to want to go. If you stay, we'll just kill you. You don't seem to know what you're doing.
So we're going left or we're going right?
You saying this out loud?
Well, you guys are going that way, so you're like, yeah, okay. So, I'll just. Well,
He's brainstorming. Just give me a moment, mate.
alright. So
you're
walking that way.
positioning yourself better. Okay.
With the same held action, that if aggression against me or the party, I cast heat metal on the war boss,
Okay.
war chief, whatever.
War boss.
But I don't actually reply to him. I just
He's about to do his orcish dance. Orcish dance off. It's an intimidating dance. Could have used that really good performance roll now. I wish I hadn't wasted it on that kid.
what wasted?
He's developing
Nothing.
meaningful relationships.
Yeah, nothing was wasted, buddy.
Didn't work on that book though, did it?
Yeah, but Wolfie's cool in the book anyway. One was a stupid book, one's a cool goat. That's yeah, fuck you.
I'm just trying to pour soda with the lid
Nemea!
on.
Oh, God's sakes. Nemea.
Mia's going to move her 30 feet towards the left.
Shite.
And one step backwards and held action again to protect Grokash, if necessary.
Okie dokie. How are you going to do it from there? Given that it's the second time you've said you're going to do that. The first time I was like, I should know. The second time, how are you going to protect him from there?
I mean, she's gonna see a hostile action, right? So wouldn't she be able to make the run?
No, because you've done the move, so in order to like get there would need to be the dash action.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, then
Yeah,
in that
okay, you can
case, I'm just gonna have her go ahead and. I don't like the idea of running, but
Gonna make somebody panic.
yeah.
They might have a fucking trebuchet back there.
All right, she'll have a
Might fire a
held.
cow at you.
She'll have a held action to throw a hand axe.
Okay.
Orcs are known for their trebuchets, clearly.
What about Nimriel?
Since she is still kinda, not. She could have done with some coffee. Does coffee exist in this realm? She could have done with some of that shit. So, out of character, would Pook's ability. He can make an illusion, right? Minor illusion.
Okay.
Is he able to make. She's got a fucking bastard sword. Is he able to make that not look like it's there at all?
No.
If she's not using
No.
it?
No. Minor illusion creates things, doesn't hide things.
Unless I hit it with something else.
It's like walking around like a giant lollipop or something, but
Or
you're
like
still
an
you're,
overlarge feather.
yeah, you're still walking around with a thing.
Oh, right, yeah, no, that makes an idea.
Giant drumstick of turkey meat.
Right, what I might have had to do could get me killed.
Yeah. Probably
Do it anyway.
This entire
wanna do it just for
encounter
the-
could potentially get you killed.
Do it anyway.
It's between continuing to stealth all the way around or playing the part. Or trying to play the part.
Pook seeing kind of like Nimriel gesturing left or right with her eyes and deciding what to do. Hold fast, I have a plan.
But maybe you can turn my sword into a dragonborn, and I can run out there, claim that you people really are from Neverwinter, and you're not very nice. In fact, you captured me, and it's why I'm not wearing any armor.
The orcs won't be here for very long.
She's just looking at him a bit confused now. If he can even see her face through the shrubbery.
I'm wondering what he's going to do as well now.
Yeah, I was gonna try and make him think the dragon was coming to life, but
What's the is going prone a thing in this in D&D? Is it an actual?
You can
Yeah,
you
you
can
get
lie
cover, I
down.
think.
It makes you
How far
half-
can I move?
basically you count as stealth movement,
Half.
so you're half movement. So you're doing half movement anyway because you're trying to move stealthily.
Just
So,
since this is your area, this is your campaign. The position I'm moving to here, is it elevated or does it dip down?
That's
Is there some
basically-
dead ground?
it is all there's near enough the same enough level that you're not you would be noticed, or a thing moving through that space would easily be noticed unless they were camouflaged in some way.
Alright, as an action, Nemiel is going to stuff little bits of twigs and leaves into pieces of her clothing and smear grass all over her face and crawl
You gone for Rambo?
this distance.
Okay, you
sounds
can-
like it. Yeah.
Let's have
It's a very quick muck together.
Let's have a disadvantage stealth roll, I feel, because of the fact that you're not wearing any armor or anything at all, and I'm fairly sure your undergarments were at least at one point white or some shade of.
No, they're not. They're more like a
You tell-
creamy brown colour.
So your undergarments are camo. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, they're creamy brown colours.
Creamy brown. Creamy brown
Yeah.
still stands out against grass.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So it's a good idea. I just don't think it's thought it through completely. But there you go. Let's have a disadvantage stealth roll. You could still absolutely nail it.
Good, but it's not right.
Oh dear. Got a strong start.
Not good, is
Okay.
it?
No. Okay.
And prone.
And prone. So a lot of these orcs are just now stepping forward, away from the large carcass. Pook.
Of all the times I could have moved, I think I chose the best.
So I'll take 15-foot step forward. Now in a more authoritative tone. Sir Orc, I don't believe I really have made myself quite clear. We are the Neverwinter Guard, of which you are quite afraid of. I suggest that you gather your boys and be on your way back to wherever you came from, and do not return here until we have finished with our business. Bloop.
Mm-hmm.
And I cast suggestion.
I do hope that works.
I mean, it's an orc. If he makes this save, I'm casting serious aspersions on everyone who's succeeded against every single one of my spells forever.
So,
A Trojan rabbit, Paul. We might be able to fit Pook into that one.
Oh wow, I'm not that small.
I don't know, I'm looking down at you.
Right, okay, cool. Yeah, so the Lord, he just does look at you, and his beady little dead eyes, and he goes, "We're not scared of the guard, but you're not worth the trouble. There's nothing worth taking on this corpse now anyway. Come on, boys, let's leave these idiots." A couple of the other orcs look a little bit questioning about it, and I don't think it doesn't go now, does it? It goes around on its turn. Don't think it's
These orcs look kind of frail, or are they actually quite concerning looking?
Well, no, it's more the fact that if I have them as being a decent size, then they start looking really kind of incredibly menacing. Yeah, so it's like I'd have to have them all. I'd have to manually make them all an in-between size, and it's just a hassle. It's a havoc, and they still end up taking the actual space they take up becomes more than the token size they would actually qualify as being as. So it's just easier to do it this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be on his turn that he moves, but he does still say what he says. The orc is just at the back here, has kind of heard what's going on and looks a little bit confused because he's never known the Orc Lord to really like turn away from a scrap. But he is going to now. It's his turn. And Grokash.
So if they're doing that, I'm
This
going
could
to.
be the moment where it all falls apart.
Well, they're leaving, yeah.
The Lord has certainly said to his guys to go.
Oh, well, then I'm just gonna walk around these guys and
Ask them if they've got any jobs going.
No, just let them go, please, for the love of God. No.
No, yeah, I'm just gonna walk around and towards the carcass, like giving them a bit of a berth, but heading that way. And then I'll hold my action just to dodge if they attack me.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, so this one is going to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one. Nope. This one. There. This one's going to nudge his chum as they head over to Skull.
Gonna have to share this with you guys. This is Nimriel in today's session to the majority of anything.
Nimir.
Is there sound for it?
Move
No,
in
no,
the
there
direction of
isn't.
Brokash.
More just for the eyes, really, though. Oh.
So what was that?
She'll,
again?
Nemia's moving in the direction of Grokash, and she hops up on this log. She's just kind of keeping an eye out as before held action to protect if necessary. But I guess in this case it would be a hand axe because of range.
Mhm.
But yeah, she's not making aggressive actions. She does glance at the others and say, "We're gonna have to do better at finding fucking wolves. This was shit." She says it kind of low though.
Nimriel?
Nimriel is going to jump on Grokash's back with a stealth check. Do I have to do it at disadvantage again? She's going to get up on her feet.
You're trying to sneak up on Grokash.
Yeah.
Because you're like no disadvantage. You can do a stealth thing to get over that. I mean, I think you're well, no, yeah. You are technically you're within range to be able to do that because you only need to get within base-to-base contact, as they say from back in the days of tabletop.
It's just half your movement, right? Getting up prone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Ah, it was that wasted effort on the camo. She just needs to use it.
Grokash. Well, I don't. No, we'll work that. Okay, and then you want to grapple Grokash.
Just jump on him.
Just jump on him. Well, I don't think he's aware of the fact that he's intently watching all the orcs. He hasn't noticed that you're attempting
Please don't
to
body
jump
slam
on
her.
his back. What?
Please don't body slam her. Like shoulder toss.
Okay, so it's I'll because you've managed to do it stealthily. I'll give you advantage on the grapple check.
You got 6 over the 7.
Yeah, I'm just confused. to what's going
Sorry,
on
how do you
now.
do grapple checks again?
It's basically
Athletics
a
or
grappler
Acrobatics in this
uses
case?
if you let me talk, a grappler uses either strength or athletics to try and overpower their foe. A grapple uses either athletics to fight it off, or acrobatics or strength or athletics to fight it off, or dexterity or acrobatics to evade it.
So she more wants to actually jump onto him.
You're the grappler, so it's still going to be an athletics, strength or athletics from yourself, and then Grokash should be choosing either strength, athletics, dexterity, or acrobatics to decide whether or not he wants to. Actually, to be fair, I think he should only be dexterity based because he doesn't know it's coming. So yeah, either dexterity or acrobatics to try and evade this.
I probably wouldn't evade it. I was just thinking if I'd stand up, like if it was going to knock me over.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think so. She's not aiming to like tackle you. She's jumping onto you.
Why though?
I don't know if you've ever had someone jump on you. Pretty hard to stand. Like,
Well, I mean, there's usually like an intention, you know, like.
I mean, I just don't.
That's true. That's
I'm
true.
just trying to work out why are you doing this?
She's being sneaky.
It's a waste of camo, man. She looks like an idiot.
Yeah, because this is helping with that.
No,
It's got to work on someone, right?
yeah, got to be sneaking.
Wait, so I can do athletics? So you're saying?
Yeah, so Badger, Grokash should have done either acrobatics or dexterity because it's kind of like more to dodge it. He doesn't really know it's coming, so he can't really.
Yeah,
can't really resist it.
I won't resist.
You're
I won't
not
resist
going
at all.
to try to. Okay, so you've now got a scanty clad semi-human creature
what?
clinging to your back.
Yeah, so just gonna catch it and try my best not to fall over. Like look back and be like, oh, hello.
Fuck is my life?
I will kill you today, Dan. I will.
I just.
I may
I
have
think a
perception
fight.
to see if Nemia would realize that was Nimrael. And I don't think she did.
No. Obviously, the camouflage has worked a little bit. I mean,
It's the shittest camo as well, by the way. She literally looks like she fell through a bush.
Okay, she'll realize that. I mean, that's fine.
Just to give you an idea.
Wouldn't look like an orc anyway.
Well, I wanted to go over the open ground to go closer to the orcs, but somebody made them leave. I wanted to fight.
So at this point, I've got a little goat on my chest, and what?
Poop.
Asimar
What does poop
On my
wanna
back.
do?
Go
Asimar.
power something.
As I
Oh.
mentioned, Nimriel, they won't be here for very long.
What
Now
is-
we have
is
full
my-
reign to explore this
is
corpse
my-
for ourselves.
I was really hoping that I could fight some of those.
Whoa,
Being
whoa, whoa!
very clear.
What is Grokash doing? Where is Grokash going?
Oh,
It's a very clear sound of exhaustion in her voice. Mine.
had the
Why though?
Oh, she didn't really sleep.
No, why though? And turn to the question: why do you want to fight the orcs?
Oh. Oh, right, okay.
But the orcs that are currently still here, for the record.
Don't
I didn't-
you
I didn't
do
yell.
that.
I didn't yell, by the way.
Don't take this away from me, okay? Not only is this the first time someone's decided not to miraculously resist one of my spells, that's a second level spell slot I just burned, so help me God.
Because maybe it'll wake me up.
If you were too tired, then why didn't you just stay home? Or stay at the stallion? Why didn't you just sleep?
Sorry, Mum.
I know, right? Because I read a book just for this occasion.
Really?
Yes, it was an animal handling book.
For orcs?
Oh my god.
No, for the wolves.
oh my god.
Did it have a chapter on when you accidentally stumble across a dragon skeleton that multiplied?
Wait, it just multiplied?
Yeah, it's.
Oh, the head.
Yeah.
Well,
What
I
the
think
fuck?
the goblins are toting the head off. I think is what's happening.
No,
Or whatever they are. Well, they were moving towards it.
motherfuckers, that's my helmet.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I see what's going on here. I see. Diaz go, wow, that spell fucked up my plan.
No,
So
they were all. If
I'm poking fun. I'm
if
poking
the
fun.
fight ever went south, they were
No.
going to run with the skull.
In all honesty, DK,
Hey,
I'm
Snarl.
just poking. I'm
We've
poking
got to
fun.
stop them. We've got
I
to
am-
stop them. They've got my helmet.
Is he actually yelling?
Oh God!
Oh my god. I know my character is having a moment, an episode even.
All right,
Oh
calm
my-
down, Skyrim. We'll get your fucking helmet.
God! Hey Snow.
Mr. Skyrim.
Joined a really this is a really interesting part to join this.
We're trying to break the DM.
All right, so this is actually going to go pretty hilariously. A
Oh,
second
shit.
level spell you
I'm on your back, by the way.
I know, because I'm pretty sure I'm holding on
Is
to
this
it
it?
at this point.
Is this it?
So-
Am I charging at the battle on a half orc? Is this the dream?
Please do not attack the chieftain.
I'm not, it won't be the chieftain, I just want the helmet. The head.
Grokash, it's your turn.
Into battle.
Are we really entering battle literally 5 minutes before we're about to end? Is that what we're doing?
No, well, no. I'm just going to go up there and. So what did the chief said to the orcs?
You have
They,
to
like,
move
where,
them,
where,
leave.
where to sleep?
He said, "Come on, boys, just leave him the skeleton."
Yeah, so as I move forward, I'll just yell at them. He said, "Leave the skeleton," as like reinforcing his commands.
Trepidation. Cuckoo, cuckoo.
That is a very weird bird. What kind of forest have you led us into?
Yeah, you might need to do an intimidate. To be honest,
Can you do an advantage? Because he's basically going off the fact that he's already been told to do that and he's probably scared of the orc chieftain.
Yeah.
yeah, but they're also not going to listen to him as well. It's more these also is that they do not listen. Yeah, they only listen to the boss. They're not going to listen to him. So it's like a kind of balances out.
Okay, so I'm just thinking, is the orc boss going to do anything about this? Because he's being usurped. Okay.
Well, no, because I said like I'm using his. I'm not telling
You've
them
got
to do something
15 anyway.
different. I'm telling them to listen to the boss. Like it's hardly
Right.
being usurped.
Okay, so
He's a tax collector.
right. If it rolls that, he says this. If it rolls that, he says this. If it rolls that, he says this. Right, D12.
Jesus, that's where a lot of said this is.
He's noticed. And he turns around and says,
Oh.
"Good work, boys. I forgot about that."
Oh.
What? No. You said leave the skeleton, you fucking prick. I didn't say that. That's that's what,
Make him
That's
say
what
it now, John. I probably
that's what I'm
shouldn't.
thinking.
I like that. Wait, hang
Well,
on.
incredibly erudite
That's
Orc
bad
turns
choice.
around and says, "Actually, I think you'll find the skull and skeleton are generally conceived as being separate parts of the entity once it has deceased." But no. No, he does. I just wrote it. Basically, the choices were he was going to say, "Drop it, boys," or he was not going to not notice, or he was going to back them up. That's all it was. That's all it was going to be. And rolled a D12, and it came up saying that no, he was back. Yeah, he's backing his boys. He wanted the skull.
You
Also, I'm not sure
fucking
if you
what?
know how big a dragon skull is. Are you really sure you want to use a dragon skull as a helmet? I mean, I don't even think
No,
Very Precious neck bones are strong enough for that.
I want the horns or maybe the teeth, not the whole thing.
Because dragon skulls are very large.
And valuable. God
Yeah.
damn it! I wish Roland Hammer was here. He'd back me up on this.
Excuse me, you've got a fucking woman on your back with a two-handed sword.
Yes.
But
You've been backed in a very literal manner.
so glancing
Oh.
back,
Piss off, boy.
how
We don't
mad
listen
would
to
Chris
you.
be?
Actually, it's not even like, it's not my turn.
But this one here, he's going to turn around and go, "Piss off, half-breed. We don't listen to ones like you."
Half-breed.
Please,
Yep.
please, can I interject with an action here, Dan?
It can possibly be your reaction. What do you want to do?
We have had a long rest since I last sprouted my wings, right?
Oh.
Yes.
The
I'm pretty sure we have.
the party has. Someone decided they were going to spend a night in a library and only got a short rest.
Wait a second, no, because didn't he use the? Didn't?
Yeah, we have
Nimril-
had a rest
Yeah, because it was in the woods before we came in.
before we came back.
Into
I
the
think
city.
you'll find obscure rule number 17 on page 22
No.
suggests.
No, it's that's the thing is that you came back. You went to
Before we came back, though.
Yeah, because we
Yeah,
rested
before you-
outside the city.
Did you do a long rest outside the city?
I'm pretty sure because it had to deal with it was going to be nighttime soon.
Yeah, and you had the choice of if you wanted to spend the night in the woods.
We did that, didn't we?
No,
I'm
no,
pretty
we didn't.
sure
Yeah, we
And
camped. Yeah, we did.
I would say the DM is the DM.
You didn't
And
spend
has
the night in the
final word.
woods.
Okay, then we did not
don't
spend
really-
the night in the woods. It was
Are you
still-
sure?
Yeah, you took about an hour. You took about an hour's rest when you got to the edge to the edge of the woods.
The DM is the DM.
I
Has final
can't
word.
Because
I can't challenge you because I now don't know.
If you spent the night in the woods, then today would be your Friday, not your Thursday.
The thing is, I've put a point back in it, and it wasn't today I did that, so I don't know.
Did you put a point back in it, or did you not take it out the first time you used it?
I took it out. I took it out when I
Took it
used
out,
it.
okay. But
So I don't know why that.
no, you did,
why I put that
the
back
thing
in
is,
there.
does it regenerate on a short rest or a long rest?
It only long rest.
I mean, a long rest.
It's a long rest thing.
Because he was in the
Well,
woods. when
I
he was
can't
in
do
the
what I
woods
was
when
gonna
you
do.
used it.
But
I like the idea that you're
it was
so
in the
tired.
cave. It was in the cave.
In the cave.
Yeah, I used it.
And you haven't had a long rest since then.
Right. Well,
That's-
I'm
that
not
was-
using
yeah,
it.
'cause
But
this-
I will
this is-
explain
yeah.
to you what I was gonna do.
Okay.
Nimril is gonna remain hidden behind Gorkash, but whisper to him to yell something intimidating, and then sprout her wings.
To make
As
it
if
look
they're
like
his.
he's got wings.
Yeah.
See, I really like the idea of you being on the back and not realizing you hadn't sprouted wings because you're just so tired that you're like, "Behold my magnificent glory!" And the orc's just like, "What?"
Yeah, some ragged-looking woman with twigs hanging out of her hair. Nice.
Yeah.
Fucking feral.
Oh my god.
Come on,
Right.
stick of the dump.
Oh, Jesus.
This orc has just moved. That orc.
How many orcs carrying the skull?
2.
Oh, it's such a shame. Should have taken that fucking sleep.
All right. Well, I know all the no perks. I'll just stand there.
No, you can attack them.
What, really?
What?
I mean, you can. What? It's a possibility. Just don't attack the main guy.
Oh, holy shit!
Oh,
I
God,
scream, fucking.
Reaction!
Well, it's why is Grocash going on not Grokash's turn again?
What? It is my turn.
No, it's
When did
not.
that
It's
happen?
Namia's turn.
Oops.
Oh, fucking hell, I've had enough.
Oops.
Oh
Sorry.
my god.
Alright, let's see.
Oh.
Namia's gonna move her 30 feet to be beside
Less
Nimril.
less a team of D&D, more a D&D team of D&D. Oh fucking
This is
ADHD
18.
team.
We're all Murdochs now.
Oh my.
Alright, Namia has a
God.
held action to protect Grokash since he is currently within 5 feet of her.
Yeah.
I pity the fool that DM this group.
Nimriel,
And
it's your
yes,
turn.
Namia still has the chickens on her back.
Nemriel is going to better position her feet on Grokash's hips, grab hold of the back of his plating. He's wearing plating, right? Or is he wearing chainmail? What's he wearing?
He's wearing
Chain.
splint mail. The splint was.
Yeah.
It's splint.
I think it's splint.
There we go.
I think
good
I think it's actually scale.
Scale.
Right. Okay, well, the point is, she's going to get a good grip on him, feet wedged in, and have her two-handed sword limply hanging from one hand, ready to jump off. That's her held action. When
Sure.
one of those fuckers attack.
When one of them attacks. Okay.
Yes.
Alright.
Oh, we're
It
gonna
is my
fuck these.
life anymore. Pook.
The tangent began. I'm sorry.
Are we okay to call it, to be honest? Because I'm knackered now. It's like 11:05.
Yeah. Let's call that there. And we'll find out. We'll find out next week. On how to fucking party.
I have Pook has wasted his spells again.
God. Right, well, we'll stop the recording there. So say bye-bye to the YouTube people. Hopefully we'll see you next week. Some of them might not make it through.
Goodbye,
Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.